Hi, you guys. I'm on Pinterest starting my July mood board. So I guess this is kind of like a come make my July mood board with me video, which is actually really fun. I have nothing planned, so we'll see how far I get. So I figured I would jump on here and tell you guys a little bit about how I find inspiration. So I always start on Pinterest. So first I'll go through my homepage and see if anything stands out to me. And then I will go to all of my save pins and look through that to see what calls to me. From there, if I get inspired, I'll go to a separate tab and I'll start searching like keywords. Also, totally utilize the algorithm to find similar images as you click on an image. If you scroll down, then you can see a lot of quote unquote similar images in one way or the other. I almost always search the month that I'm creating the mood board and see what inspirations come up there. So, of course, this month is July. July is my favorite month. There's obviously lots of 4th of July, fireworks. It did definitely steer me towards swimming and water, which is definitely on my mental list. Sometimes I go in with an actual plan for these mood boards, and sometimes I don't go in with anything, like right now. So you're just watching me kind of work off of the vibes. So in the beginning, it is important to just screenshot a lot. Right now we're gathering. Later we are going to edit. Okay, you can't do both at once. It's really important to just let yourself be free in the stage. Screenshot a lot, go down different avenues. It's always fun to kind of see where you end up, whether you go in with a plan or not. I'm looking for final images in categories that I don't think I got a lot of from before. So my categories are spiritual slash mindfulness, strength slash weights slash gym, movement, some type of social aspect of friends, local activities, food that I want to cook, fashion and beauty, doy, text reminders or inspirations, obviously art, duh. And this year, especially financial manifestation. And also, I like to think about things that I'm doing this month. Of course, you can always find images anywhere. I stick to Pinterest because that's what I know and love, and it makes the creative process really easy for me and fun, and that's important. You want to have fun at every stage of doing these. So types of photos that I'm usually drawn to are more editorial style, kind of moody, definitely contrasting with light, and colorful. And that's also a really good segue into just knowing what types of images to include on your mood board. Obviously, it can be anything, but you do want it to be like inspiring to you, and you're going to be looking at this ideally every single day, and really manifesting these things. And also, don't sleep in the suggestions at the top when you search things. And using the back button also kind of keeps me on track so I can kind of remember where I started. So at this point, I've been making mood boards for a couple years now, which is crazy. I was actually looking back through my old mood boards when, I'm making this video, and I love all of them so much, so it's really fun to look back on them. And so once I feel like I have enough, I open Figma. If you don't know Figma, it is a really similar to Adobe Illustrator, but it's completely free. But you could also always use Adobe, or honestly probably Canva. Here you can see my June mood board. Ooh! Now we can wipe it clean and start fresh. Here I've imported all of my screenshots, and I'm kind of just resizing them in relation to the frame. This is also when I'll go back to Pinterest and look up any gap images. Then I organize all of those by category. So when I make my final mood board, I also kind of like to keep that same idea of keeping categories together, then kind of like having them all flow into something, so it feels very circular in the intentionality of the photos. And you pair that with so many other layers and so many other things, then it's just like this beautiful interconnected web that like is almost like a weaving. So here's where it gets interesting. I made my entire mood board. The screen recording stopped. So here I am deconstructing the whole thing and putting it back together for the purpose of this follow along. And I try to keep the same integrity. So I definitely started more on the fashion, beauty, fun side of things. Overlapping is a personal preference when you're arranging stuff. Honestly, how you align the images is pretty personal preference. You can use shapes and organic edges, but I usually go a little bit more geometric just because it's easier. But I'm also not afraid to play around and play with layers and break the edges. So here I'm kind of liking this, and I'm wanting to try to flow into some other categories. So I'm moving things around quite often because the point of a mood board is that every image is important. Yes, you can just group them all together when you do kind of arrange them. Then you start almost like this webbing again, this weaving. I do really think about contrast in both light and dark images, but also in kind of calming images and busy images. That contrast kind of grounds the mood board, and it lets your eyes travel around more versus just kind of like blank staring, because you don't want to feel overwhelmed by your mood board, you want to feel inspired. was my July mood board. I love her so much. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.